talkSPORT Clips of the Week.
Yes, here we go then. Clips of the week time. Andy, would you care to kick us off?
I'd love to. And we start with Jason Cundy, who took advantage of the transfer window being open to issue a come and get me plea.
08717 223344. Get calling now to be call of the day here on Sky Sports.
Not that subtle,
No.
really. It's in the Raheem Sterling envelope of
was,
subtlety, angling for a move, but well done, Jason. And before Sam Matterface said this to Alan Brazil in the show handover earlier in the week, he maybe should have explained that Colin Murray is on a charity bike ride with Daley Thompson.
Which means Sam Matterface is here. Sam, morning.
Right now, gentlemen, he's probably just looking at the backside of Daley Thompson going, I wish I could get up that far.
So ideally, you'd explain it's a charity bike ride, wouldn't you, Andy?
Really. Actually, it was a bit of a week for old school innuendo on talkSPORT, as Diddy Hamann illustrates here.
Remember Peter Schmeichel?
Yeah.
You know, his shout-out was always get out of my box, because it's his box. And if he entered his box, he grab it by the ears.
That kind of week, unfortunately.
Matron.
Matron, yeah. I wonder what Alan Brazil's been up to this week on the Sports Breakfast.
Young hearts run free. They'll never be hung up like Mammon and
Fair enough.
I think Alan would be quite happy to sing for 4 hours.
I think he would, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be, but I'm sure he would be. I wouldn't have to be listening to it.
Here's my next 5 songs.
Next 5 songs, Candy Staton, Young Hearts Run Free, and then he got, yeah,
Exactly.
that's kind of essentially it, isn't it? So anyway, so what's next, Andy?
It's, in fact, we think Alan might be thinking of getting a dog.
Oh, yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah, if you've been listening over the last couple of weeks, it's not difficult to spot which breed.
Deportivo at home, Sporting Gijón at home. They go to Betis, then a Spaniel at home. This is a cracker down in Melbourne. The two Spaniels, it's an epic match.
He clearly wants a spaniel, doesn't he? He can't stop thinking
Two
about
spaniels there, Springer
I do
and
want
Cocker.
a pair of spaniels. We're going to have 2 spaniels, 1 Springer, 1 Cocker. The Cocker's called Joe, and the Springer's called Jerry. You'd have to, wouldn't you? It's almost worth getting 2 spaniels just for that.
Very good.
And here's possibly the worst pronounced footballer's name this week on talkSPORT.
I think it speaks volume about Roy Keane's character, by the way, was when he purposely went out to sort of Alf Arger-Elgund of Man City.
What was that, mate?
Alf Arger-Elgund.
Alf Arger-Elgund.
Never heard of him.
No, nor have I. Yeah, he was a hell of a player, wasn't he, Alf Arger-Elgund? Yeah.
Now, this is Mike Parry with Mike Graham on Extra Time, singing possibly the most famous opening line there is to any song.
Yeah. Now the time has come.
The end is near.
The end is near.
It's impossible. It's impossible not to know the words to that song, isn't it? The opening line, at the very least. It does take some doing. And it was great to hear TV's Count Arthur Strong reading the news on talkSPORT this week.
Jeremy Corbyn suggested the UK could keep its Trident project going for much more longer than has been expected.
Count Arthur. That was brilliant there, Jake. Tremendous.
Back to Alan Brazil now, trailing an upcoming guest.
And don't forget, big Spandau Ballet fans, Martin Kemp is going to join us.
Huge fan of Spandau, but he's such a fan, he's been in the band for 25 years. Yeah, that's how big a fan he is. He joined them and stayed. In fact, he formed them and stayed.
Brilliant.
And here is Alan with a time check.
Right, 6:40, coming up 6:41.
Well, I suppose it would be, really.
And after that, 6:42, I think you'll find.
Straight after that, 6:42, followed by 6:43. Let's have a look at the next 5 minutes. 6:44 and 6:45. That'll be a tough time. Tough time.
Terrific minute.
6:47. That'll be good. That'll be a great minute. That'll be a great minute. So you get the idea.
You do.
Next, Andy.
Oh, let's get the sports news now.
Claudio Ranieri believes it's 2 points dropped, but says he'll take the drop.
I think it was a good day to bowl. The wicket just offered a little bit off the seam and in the air.
His English is brilliant these days, isn't it? And his cricket knowledge has really improved.
Really good. Yeah, he
Since
knows
he
all
moved
about the
up
pitch.
goes and watches Leicestershire play, I think, in his downtime. So time now for talkSPORT's Caller of the Week, to Weekend Extra Time.
Danny, you want to talk a little bit about the game against Stoke and also Arsenal's title hopes on the back of it?
Yeah. I watched the game against Stoke City today, and
Yep.
talkSPORT Caller of the Week.
Good point, well made.
Up. I don't know what that was all about.
No
I don't
idea.
know what he'd done. If he dropped something, you think?
Yeah.
A pint, I'm guessing, by the sound of it.
I'd say so, yeah. Here's the Moose now, and we knew things were bad at the bridge, but not this bad.
East Kilbride face the biggest game in their history. They'll play champions Chelsea in the 5th round of the Scottish Cup.
You're in the 5th round of the Scottish Cup.
Well, I'm
Andy.
quite
It's come
pleased
to
with that.
this.
It's
I
not-
think you've got a fighting chance.
It's not a bad season, really, when you look at it that way.
If you can get all the way at the Scottish Cup final, you'll look back on it with some pleasure. And finally, let's go on a brief world tour with Alan Brazil.
Right, let's head, over to Abu Dhabi. Goodness me. Down under South Africa.
Eh?
What?
Down under South Africa.
Yeah.
So there we are. It was Alan heavy this week, but we hope you enjoyed them. Clips of the week. Thank you to Mike Price, Colin Dunn, Gareth Hunt, it can't be, Phil Fraser, Dee Reynolds, Mark Cubitt, Mark Howard, Paul Stevens, Paolo Rossi. They're making these up. Craig Laws, Nellie Parry, Dave Wattret. I'm getting caught out there. Dave Wattret.
Can't be a name.
Mark Hamilton-Smith, Eli Green, Mark Bailey, Pauline Stowbridge, Trevor Stevens, and Kevin Tosh. All suggested clips that were played this week. So if you hear a clip on talkSPORT over the next 7 days, please send it in to us at talksport.com/H&J. You can text it to 81089. You can tweet it to TSH&J. That's TSHANDJ. You need to give us a day and a time when you heard it, so we can listen back, and if it makes the final cut and it's played on a Friday, like those guys, you'll get a shout out. You can download the Clips of the Week podcast from iTunes at around 5 o'clock, as well as the H&J Daily Best Bits podcast as
Bonus clip for you there in the daily podcast today.
Oh, yes, there is, yeah, and he's got a little bonus clip for you if you download the podcast. So it's Hawksbee and Jacobs here on talkSPORT. Warren Horton, our man in the know, will be here shortly, and we'll be looking at some of the big transfer stories of the day and hearing from some of the managers